Hello! I'm going to pick my TBR jar for May, so yeah. Okay, I just picked Revolutionary Yearshan, but that doesn't count because it was last month's choice. Revolutionary Mothering. Oh, Terinalius. Oh my gosh. Constellations. Right, that's like two non-fiction books. I might pick another one in case it's a fiction book. Yeah, it is a fiction book. Okay, that's The Invisible Library. I think this month is going to be like a little bit different TBR jar wise. So yeah, we'll see, but I'll get the books to show you. So this book is already on my TBR for this month, so that's perfect. This is Terinalius by Clergy, Coleman. Yeah, I'm going to read it during May, like kind of for springathon, but also I think I'm just gonna start whenever I feel like I want to rather than waiting till the 9th or something, which is I think when springathon actually starts. The non-fiction book Revolutionary Mothering, Love on the Front Lines, edited by Alex Spinning Gums, China Martins and Maya Williams. I've like read a little bit of this, but I'm not like cover to cover or anything, and you know, I think it will be great. I love this Revolutionary Mother. I also have Constellations by Sinead Gleeson, Reflections from Life, which is about sickness and a lot of other things I think, but generally that's like the focal point, and this is actually like my friend's copy, so I should read it. It actually, like, it looks fairly easy to read, so you know, I might pick it up, but I think well, I don't know, we'll see. I don't think that I'll be reading two non-fiction books, especially because I actually have another non-fiction book on my TBR, so I'll probably just get to one. And then the fiction book, like the extra fiction book that I picked, was The Invisible Library by Genevieve Coleman, which is a fantasy about a professional spy for the library which harvests fiction from different realities, and sounds fun for people who love books, you know? So yeah, those are the 4 books. I'm really happy to have picked this one because that makes life much easier. Yeah, I will come back when I've made some progress at the end of May / beginning of June. Bye! Hi, I'm back earlier than normal. Oh my gosh, I just feel like I look really weird, but it's just because my fringe is too long, so I get it out of my face. Anyway, I'm here earlier than normal with a TBR jar update. Whilst it is early, the reason I can do it early is because I've done pretty well, I think, and also might read a couple more like before the end of this month, but not that I picked out. Like, I think I might read the book of The Unnamed Midwife, which is in my TBR jar, in May, but yeah, we'll see. Sorry, I am like very tired at the moment, but yes, I just thought I would update with my progress. I've read Terinalius by Clergy, Coleman. I thought it was a really intense and pretty impressive novel. It has like a propulsive or like compulsive beginning, especially because it starts with Jackie running away from this place where he's basically enslaved, so you're kind of like following his running, and his journey is so like intense and stressful, so you're very like flung in there right alongside him, and you're just desperate for him to, you know, not be caught and stuff. And it also follows some other people too, kind of like 3 main people. Jackie is one of them, and then like the others, there are other people that it kind of like stops with for a bit and then moves on, or like goes back to after a little while and stuff. Yes, it's incredibly intense. Like I said before, it is very much about colonization as well as decolonization, or maybe, yeah, more accurately it would be to say like anti-colonization. I don't know. I also don't want to like give you many spoilers, so I'm sort of being a bit vague. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very tired. Then I also read Constellations by Sinead Gleeson, or Constellations, Reflections from Life. And I didn't like this as much as like sort of people suggested I might. And I think part of that is like because I'm struggling a lot at the moment with sleeping and stuff, I'm like very emotional, and I didn't like, the book wants you to get emotional about some stuff that it's talking about, and I really just ended up sort of resenting those parts, especially I think some parts about grief, which, like, you know, I think is understandable both in the book sense and also in my sense. Like, it's, you know, life is very hard when you have lots of emotions and when there are bad things that happen, and sometimes reading about them where somebody has already also experienced like something like that, or is talking about the experience of grief, I think it's easy to then just be like, stop trying to make me feel my feelings about both like the person's grief and also about your own. I also did feel like it was like somewhat kind of, I like things being earnest, but it felt like this was a bit too try-hard, and I listened to some of it read, which I think actually made it seem more contrived almost, which is a shame. I mean, I would still give it like about 3 stars. It is quite like cis, like it's quite cis and just like cis-centered in terms of like a cis woman's experience of the medical establishment, and some of the ways that, like, for example, blood is talked about. It's very, yeah, like blood is gendered and things, which obviously is true, but like it's like the scientific truth of blood is that it is gendered, which I don't really like as much. I don't think Sinead Gleason is a TERF. She says something negative about TERFs in this, but yeah, it's one of the angles is that this is about women's health, but within that angle it kind of loses some of the gender, like, disparateness of people who experience these particular, like, feminized forms of illness that stem from, like, having a womb and stuff like that. But all that being said, there was like one essay about abortion, and it was sort of also about like campaigning to repeal the 8th Amendment, and yes, it was very intense and I cried, and like I thought that was a really good essay though. I thought it was really powerful, and obviously to be reading it around the time when I was, which is around stuff like a bit after, I guess. Roe v. Wade in the US has been leaked to be dropped. Sorry, I cannot think of the right words. It was even more emotional. Yes, and then there was also another essay in here that I did really enjoy, which was called A Wound Gives Off Light? A Wound Gives Off Its Own Light, which is from an Anne Carson poem, and it was really great. It was about art and Frida Kahlo and Joe Spence. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that part. I thought it was the book at like one of its most successful heights. So yeah, I read these 2 from the 4 that I picked out. I would like to pick up Revolutionary Mothering, but I don't think I will this month, just because I'm too tired. But then the other thing that I have read that was on my TBR jar challenge is The Grace Keepers by Cassie Logan, because the audiobook did come in to the library, and I really enjoyed this. It says a lot, I think, about the sea and reproduction, and I just really enjoyed it. It's also about like death ritual in a way that I really enjoyed. But basically it's about North, this bear girl in a circus who has a bear, and like she performs with the bear in the circus. And it's also about Kalanish, who is a gracekeeper. Yeah, which means she like lives not in a boat but like not on land, and then people come to her to bury their dead. It's about, yeah, like a queer kinship, queer reproduction. I really enjoyed it. It has so many things that of course I would love, and yeah, I'm going to talk more about it in another video, I think. So both of these books, I think I'm gonna have said I read them for Springathon, because I think they both work in different ways. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I've definitely read from my TBR jar this month, and maybe I will read some more. I hope you are having a great day when you see this, and I will talk to you when I next talk to you. And let me know what you think about any of these books. Yeah. Bye!